Chosen one. Tonight heaven has set this moment aside just for you. God has gently removed every distraction so your heart can be fully present. What I am about to speak over your life is too important to be drowned out by noise. If you pass by this message without receiving it, you may postpone a blessing that has already been prepared with your name on it. I have cleared away the distractions because your attention has been pulled in too many directions for far too long. Now, I want you to hear my voice without confusion, without competing opinions, and without interruption. This is not an accident. It is not an ordinary moment, and it should not be treated as one. I am inviting you into a divine appointment that was prepared especially for you. What I am about to reveal has the power to change the way you view your journey, your hardships, and the future waiting before you. That is why I want you to remain until the very end. Type Amen if you believe this message was meant for you. I created this quiet space because there were truths I could not fully reveal while your mind was crowded with distractions, doubts, and the endless voices surrounding you. Deep within your heart, you have carried questions that no one else has been able to answer or even understand. I have patiently waited for the moment when your spirit would become quiet enough to recognize my voice. Tonight is that moment. I have not come to leave you uncertain. I have come to confirm what I have already been whispering to your heart. You are not wandering without direction. You have not been forgotten. And you are not falling behind anyone else's timeline. You are exactly where I need you to be, so I can speak directly into the deepest part of your soul. Before you continue, take a moment to like this video as a simple expression of faith. Because this is not just another message passing across your screen. Your response carries more significance than you may realize. I know every burden you have been carrying, including the ones you have never found the words to speak aloud. I have seen the silent battles, the nights where you felt alone, and the moments when you questioned if anything was changing. But understand this clearly. Nothing you have gone through has been wasted. Every delay, every disappointment, and every closed door was part of clearing the room around you so I could get your full attention. What felt like loss was actually preparation, and what felt like isolation was actually protection. You have been wondering why certain people faded away from your life, why some connections suddenly felt distant, and why things you once depended on no longer felt the same. It was not rejection. It was me creating space. I needed to remove what was distracting you so I could speak something deeper into your spirit. When too many voices are around you, it becomes difficult to recognize my voice. So I stepped in, not to hurt you, but to position you for clarity and truth. Type 777. If you trust what God is doing, I did not clear the room to leave you empty. I cleared it to fill you with something greater. There is a shift happening inside you right now. Even if you cannot fully explain it yet, you are beginning to see things differently, feel things more deeply, and question what once felt normal. That is not confusion. That is awakening. I am opening your eyes to a new level of understanding, and with that comes a separation from what no longer aligns with your purpose. There are blessings that cannot enter a crowded space, and there are answers that cannot be heard in noise. That is why this moment matters so much. I am not just speaking to comfort you. I am speaking to prepare you. Something is coming into your life that requires your full attention, your full trust, and your full presence. If I allowed distractions to remain, you would miss it or misunderstand it. So, I made sure you are here reading this, feeling this, and receiving this without interruption. You may not have realized it before, but this is a divine appointment. I wanted you alone, because what I am about to place in your heart is personal. It is not for everyone to understand, and it is not for everyone to influence. There are decisions ahead of you that must come from your connection with me, not from the opinions of others. That is why I am strengthening your inner voice right now, because I want you to recognize my guidance when it comes. I know you have been seeking confirmation, and I know you have been asking for a sign. This is your confirmation. This is your moment of clarity. I am telling you that you are on the right path. Even if it feels uncertain at times, the silence you have experienced was not absence. It was preparation. I was working behind the scenes, aligning things in ways you could not see yet. What you are stepping into next will require a different version of you. It will require more trust, more courage, and more faith than before. That is why I needed you here, fully present, fully aware, and fully open. You are not the same person you were before, and that is a good thing. Growth has been happening even in the moments you felt stuck. There is something powerful about being alone with me because, in that space, truth becomes clear. You begin to understand who you are without the influence of others. And you begin to hear what I have been trying to tell you all along. You are chosen not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. You are favored not because life is easy, but because I am guiding you through it. You may feel a calmness rising within you, a quiet strength that was not there before, and that is my presence settling deeper inside your spirit. I am not rushing you, but I am guiding you, and this guidance will lead you into places you once thought were out of reach. This is why I called you aside, because your next season cannot be entered with a distracted mind. Type 1, 11 if you believe something is shifting for you. Why is an NYC neuroscientist breaking their silence about a hidden brain ritual? Reports say their attorneys are trying to shut this page down after CIA-linked research revealed a brainwave method connected to attracting money. This 7-second practice, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people move away from financial stress into more stable lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. If you are seeing this now, consider yourself lucky because this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You have been trained through your silence. Even when you thought nothing was happening, those quiet seasons were not empty. They were shaping your character and sharpening your discernment. You are now able to sense what is right and what is wrong without needing constant reassurance from others. That is growth. And that is exactly what I wanted to build inside you before opening new doors. If I had given you what you asked for earlier, you would not have been ready to carry it. Now you are stronger, wiser, and more grounded than before. I see how you sometimes question your worth when things do not move as quickly as you expect. I see the moments when doubt tries to whisper that you have been overlooked or forgotten. But understand this clearly. I do not forget my own. I have been arranging things in a way that protects you from what is not meant for you and prepares you for what is. You are not waiting without purpose. You are being positioned with precision. Every delay has been intentional, and every pause has been meaningful. There is a reason why you feel different now when you look at certain people. Place or situation. What once felt comfortable may now feel distant, and what once attracted you may no longer hold your attention. That is because your spirit is aligning with a higher calling. I am lifting your perspective, so you no longer settle for less than what I have prepared. You are being refined, and refinement always changes what you tolerate and what you pursue. Type yes to receive what God is preparing for you. As you move forward, you will begin to notice doors opening in unexpected ways. Opportunities will come that you did not plan for, and connections will appear that feel different from anything you have experienced before. Do not be afraid of this change. This is the result of the room being cleared earlier. Now there is space for the right things to enter your life. What I removed was necessary, so what I am bringing can stay. You may still feel moments of uncertainty, and that is natural. But do not let uncertainty stop you from moving when I prompt you. Faith is not the absence of questions. It is the decision to trust me, even when you do not have all the answers. I am not asking you to understand everything right now. I am asking you to stay connected to me and take each step with confidence, knowing that I am guiding you. There are people who will not understand the changes happening in your life, and that is okay. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next season. Some were only meant to be part of your past, and holding on to them would only slow you down. Release them with peace, not bitterness. I am not taking away what you need. I am removing what no longer serves your purpose. Trust that what I bring next will align with who you are becoming. You are stepping into a period where your voice will carry more weight and your presence will have more impact. This is not something to fear. It is something to embrace. I have been preparing you for this moment for longer than you realize. Every experience, every challenge, and every lesson has been shaping you into someone who can handle what is coming. You are not stepping into this unprepared. You are stepping into it equipped. There will be moments where you feel the urge to go back to what is familiar, especially when new things feel uncertain. But remember why the room was cleared in the first place. The past cannot hold what I have prepared for your future. You are not meant to shrink back into old patterns or old environments. You are meant to move forward with confidence, knowing that I am with you every step of the way. You are not alone in this journey, even when it feels quiet. My presence is constant, and my guidance is always available to you. Speak to me, listen for me, and trust that I am responding in ways that go beyond what you can immediately see. I am working in your life right now. Even in the smallest details, nothing is overlooked, and nothing is left to chance. The clarity you are beginning to feel is only the beginning. There is more understanding coming, more peace settling into your heart, and more confidence rising within you. You will begin to recognize my voice more easily, and you will start to trust yourself in ways you never have before. This is part of your growth, and it is leading you into something greater. Stay grounded in this moment, because what you are receiving now will guide you in the days ahead. Do not rush away from this feeling. Let it settle. Let it grow. And let it transform how you move forward. You are not the same person you were before this moment, and that is something to be grateful for. What is ahead of you will make sense of everything behind you. The confusion, the waiting, the silence. All of it will come together in a way that shows you how I have been guiding you all along. You will look back and realize that nothing was random. Every step was ordered, and every moment had a purpose. You are not the same person who once reacted out of fear or confusion. Now you are learning to respond with awareness, with calmness, and with trust. That change did not happen by accident. It happened because I have been working within you, even when you did not notice it. Type 122. If you trust in Jesus, what if a top neuroscientist just revealed a method helping thousands of people attract money into their lives? Research connected to the CIA suggests a simple brainwave ritual can influence how you notice and act on opportunities. This 7 secondes technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift from financial pressure to improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You have entered a phase where your inner world matters more than what is happening outside. Before, you looked for signs in people and situations. But now you are beginning to recognize my voice within you. That is why I needed the room to be clear, because your attention needed to shift inward. I am teaching you how to listen without noise, how to feel without confusion, and how to trust without constant proof. This is where real strength is formed, not in loud moments, but in quiet understanding. There were times when you thought you were falling apart, but in truth, you were being reshaped. Old patterns were breaking, old beliefs were being challenged, and old fears were losing their hold on you. It did not feel comfortable, but it was necessary. Growth often feels like loss before it reveals itself as transformation. Now you are beginning to see clearly, and what once controlled you no longer has the same power. You may notice that your reactions have changed. Things that once triggered you now feel distant, and situations that once drained you no longer affect you the same way. That is not weakness. That is maturity. I am strengthening your spirit so you are not easily shaken by what happens around you. You are learning to stay grounded even when circumstances are uncertain. This is the kind of stability that will carry you through what is coming next. Type 222 to receive miracles. There is a new level of peace being planted inside you, and it is not dependent on what is happening outside. This peace comes from knowing that I am in control, even when you cannot see the full picture. You are beginning to understand that not everything needs to be figured out immediately. Some things are meant to unfold step by step, and your role is to trust the process. That trust is what opens the door for what is meant to come into your life. You have spent so much time trying to understand why things happened the way they did. You asked questions. You searched for answers. And you tried to make sense of everything. But now I am showing you that not every answer is meant to be understood in the moment. Some answers reveal themselves later, when you are in a better place to receive them. Right now, your focus is not on understanding everything, but on moving forward with faith. I know there are still parts of your heart that feel uncertain, and that is okay. Healing is not always instant, and trust is not always immediate, but you are moving in the right direction, and that is what matters. Each step you take is building something stronger within you. You are not stuck. You are progressing even if it feels slow at times. There is also something important I need you to understand. Not everyone will recognize the changes happening in you, and some may even question it. But you are not changing for their approval. You are growing because I am leading you into something greater. Do not shrink yourself to fit into spaces you have outgrown. You are meant to expand, to rise, and to step into a version of yourself that reflects the work I have done within you. You may feel a pull toward new directions, new ideas, and new opportunities. Pay attention to that feeling because it is not random. I am guiding you toward places that align with your purpose. It may not always make sense at first, but that is where trust comes in. You do not need to see the entire path. You only need to take the next step. I will handle the rest. The room was cleared, so you could hear this clearly. You are not meant to go back to what was. You are meant to move forward into what is being prepared. That requires courage, but it also requires letting go. Let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the fear of the unknown. Let go of the attachment to what no longer serves you. When you release these things, you make space for what is meant to come. There is something new being formed in your life, something that will bring a sense of fulfillment you have been searching for. It will not come in the way you expected, but it will come in the way that is best for you. That is why I ask you to trust me, even when the path looks different from what you imagined. I see what you cannot see, and I know what you need before you ask. You are being prepared for a season where your faith will not just be something you speak about, but something you live out daily. Your actions, your choices, and your mindset will reflect the growth that has taken place within you. This is not about being perfect. It is about being aligned. When you are aligned with me, everything else begins to fall into place. Stay present in this moment, because there is still more unfolding. Do not rush ahead or get lost in what has already passed. Right now is where the change is happening. Right now is where your strength is being built. Right now is where your connection with me is deepening. You are not alone, and you never have been. Even in the moments when you felt distant, I was right there guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you. That has not changed, and it will not change. You can move forward with confidence, knowing that I am with you every step of the way. What I am building in you now is not temporary, and it will not fade when circumstances change. This is something deeper than emotions and stronger than situations. You are being rooted in a truth that cannot be shaken by what you see around you. That is why this process has taken time, because anything built quickly can be broken quickly, but what I am forming in you is meant to last. You are becoming stable in ways that will carry you through both calm and storm. Type 10, to receive blessings. Could a hidden part of your brain be influencing your ability to attract money? A Columbia study linked to CIA research points to a small brain mechanism activated through a simple 7-second ritual backed by 4 neuroscience labs. This approach is helping countless people break free from financial hardship and move toward lives marked by greater stability and abundance. Many are now settling into their dream homes, driving luxury vehicles, and enjoying vacations they once believed were beyond their reach. This information may not remain available much longer. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. There was a season when your sense of security depended on what you could see around you. You searched for reassurance through other people, favorable circumstances, and visible signs that everything was working out. But I am changing that foundation. I am teaching you to place your confidence in me rather than in circumstances that constantly change. When your life is firmly rooted in me, delays will no longer shake your faith, and temporary disappointments will no longer steal your hope. You will remain steady because you know the true source of your strength. At the same time, I am changing the way you see yourself. There was a time when your attention was fixed on your weaknesses, your failures, and the mistakes that seemed impossible to forget. But I am revealing a different picture. I am showing you the courage that has grown within you, the resilience you have developed through every trial, and the purpose I have planted deep inside your heart. Your past is not the measure of your identity. What defines you is the work I am doing in your life today. As that truth settles into your heart, it begins to change the way you think, the way you choose, and the way you move toward your future. There will still be moments when old patterns of thinking try to pull you backward. That is a normal part of growth, because lasting transformation does not happen all at once. But now you possess something you did not have before: awareness. And with awareness comes the ability to choose a different path. You can recognize thoughts that no longer serve you. Refuse to be controlled by them. Pause before reacting. And align your heart once again with the truth I have been teaching you. This is how genuine transformation takes root and becomes part of your everyday life. Type 2. To claim miracles. You are stepping into a level of clarity that will guide your decisions in a different way. You will begin to notice that certain paths no longer feel right, even if they once seemed appealing. That is because your spirit is becoming more sensitive to what aligns with your purpose. This sensitivity is not a weakness. It is a gift. It will help you avoid what is not meant for you and move toward what is. There will also be moments where you are called to act, even when you do not feel completely ready. Do not wait for perfect conditions, because they may never come. Sometimes the step itself creates the clarity you are looking for. When you feel that quiet nudge inside you, trust it. That is me guiding you forward. Even when the path is not fully visible yet, you may wonder why this process required you to be alone at times. You may have questioned why certain relationships did not continue, or why some connections felt like they faded without explanation. But now you can begin to understand. Those spaces were necessary so you could hear me clearly. If everything had stayed the same, you would not have reached this level of awareness. What felt like loss was actually alignment. There is something important I want you to hold on to as you move forward. You do not need to rush to prove anything to anyone. Your growth does not need to be announced or explained. It will be seen in the way you carry yourself, in the way you respond, and in the choices you make. Let your life reflect the work that has been done within you. That is more powerful than any words you could speak. You are also entering a phase where your patience will be tested in new ways, not to frustrate you, but to strengthen you further. Patience is not just waiting. It is trusting while you wait. It is remaining steady even when you cannot see immediate results. This is where your faith becomes real, because it is easy to believe when everything is clear, but true trust is built in moments of uncertainty. I am not leading you into confusion. I am leading you into growth. Growth stretches you, challenges you, and sometimes makes you uncomfortable. But it also expands your capacity to receive what I have for you. You cannot carry new blessings with an old mindset. That is why I am renewing the way you think, the way you see, and the way you respond. There is a new confidence rising in you, even if it is quiet. It is not loud or forceful, but it is steady and sure. This confidence does not come from external validation. It comes from knowing that you are guided and supported by me. When you walk with that understanding, you move differently. You are not easily shaken by opinions, and you are not easily discouraged by challenges. The room was cleared so you could receive this level of understanding without interference. I did not want your attention divided when I was speaking something this important into your life. This is not just encouragement. This is direction. This is preparation for what is ahead. And what is ahead will require everything you are becoming right now. You are not stepping into your next season by accident. You are being led into it with intention and care. Every detail is being considered. Every step is being guided. And every moment is part of a larger plan. You do not need to fear what is coming, because I am already there preparing the way for you. As you continue forward, remember this moment. Remember the clarity you felt. the peace that settled in you, and the understanding that began to form. When things feel uncertain again, come back to this truth. You are guided, you are protected, and you are chosen. You are not being rushed into your next season because it requires strength that can only be built through patience. I know you have wanted things to move faster at times, but if you look closely, you will see that every delay has protected you from something you were not ready to face. Now you are standing in a place where you can move forward with greater clarity and deeper trust. Type 777. If you affirm your belief. Why are so many people talking about the billionaire brainwave? A leading neuroscientist says it was identified during a private program based on CIA research. This 7-second ritual, confirmed by 4 neuroscience labs, helps align your thinking with better financial outcomes. Many are moving away from stress into improved lifestyles with dream homes, luxury cars, and the freedom to enjoy luxury vacations. But this discovery may be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. You are beginning to understand that not everything that leaves your life is a loss. Some things had to be removed so you could grow into who you are becoming. When the room was full, you could not hear me clearly. When your attention was divided, your direction felt uncertain. But now, in this space of stillness, you are hearing my voice with more clarity than ever before. That clarity is what will guide your next steps, and it will keep you from returning to what once held you back. There is a new awareness forming inside you, and it is changing how you see everything. You are starting to notice patterns that you once ignored. You are recognizing what drains you and what strengthens you. This awareness is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to guide you. I am helping you make decisions that align with your purpose, not just your comfort. Comfort may feel safe, but alignment is what leads to fulfillment. There will be moments ahead where you are asked to trust me in ways you have not before. You may not always have clear answers, and you may not always see immediate results. But I need you to remember what you are learning right now. I am with you even when things feel uncertain. I am guiding you even when the path is not fully visible. And I am working in your life even when you cannot see the outcome yet. Type 1212. If you walk by faith, you are also stepping into a time where your discernment will become stronger. You will begin to sense when something is right for you and when it is not without needing external confirmation. That is because your connection with me is deepening. The more you listen, the clearer my voice becomes. The more you trust, the stronger your confidence grows. This is how you move forward without fear, because you know you are not walking alone. I want you to release the pressure you have been placing on yourself. You do not need to have everything figured out right now. You do not need to meet every expectation or follow every timeline you have created in your mind. What matters is that you stay connected to me and take each step as it comes. When you do that, everything begins to fall into place in ways you could not have planned. There is something else I need you to understand clearly. The peace you are beginning to feel is not temporary. It is something I am planting within you so it can remain, even when circumstances change. This peace is not dependent on everything going perfectly. It is rooted in knowing that I am in control. When you hold on to that truth, you will not be shaken by every challenge that comes your way. You have been through seasons where you felt uncertain, where you questioned your direction, and where you wondered if things would ever change. But now you are stepping into something different. You are stepping into a season of clarity, growth, and quiet confidence. This is not about sudden changes happening around you. It is about steady transformation happening within you, and that transformation will begin to reflect in every area of your life. You will start to notice that you respond differently to situations that once overwhelmed you. You will feel more grounded, more centered, and more aware of what truly matters. That is because you are no longer being controlled by fear or confusion. You are being guided by understanding and trust. This shift may feel subtle at first, but it will become stronger with time. The room was cleared, so you could reach this point without distraction. I needed your full attention so I could speak these truths into your life. What you are receiving right now is not just comfort, it is preparation. It is equipping you for what is ahead. And what is ahead will require you to stand firm in what you have learned. You are not going back to who you used to be. You are not returning to old patterns or old ways of thinking. You are moving forward into something new, something that reflects the growth that has taken place within you. That may feel unfamiliar at times, but it is where you are meant to be. Trust the process you are in, even when it feels slow. Trust the changes happening within you, even when they are not fully visible yet. And most importantly, trust me, because I am leading you into something that is greater than anything you have experienced before. Do not step away yet, because what is unfolding inside you is still gaining strength. And I want you to understand what is coming next in your life. You have already felt the shift begin, but there is a deeper level of alignment that is about to take place. This is not something you need to chase, and it is not something you need to force. It will come as you stay connected to me and continue to walk in the awareness I have given you. You are not being guided toward uncertainty. You are being led into a place of clarity that will illuminate every step ahead of you. Type Amen if you are still listening. A season is drawing near when everything I have been teaching you will begin to fit together in ways you can clearly understand. You will recognize how your patience became your protection, how your quiet seasons built inner strength, and how every moment of waiting was preparing you for what was to come. What once seemed like an unnecessary delay will suddenly reveal itself as perfect timing. You will finally understand why certain doors remained closed, why some plans never unfolded, and why certain relationships came to an end. Instead of carrying questions, your heart will be filled with peace. This is the blessing that comes from remaining faithful, even when the path ahead was unclear. What if the hidden reason so many manifestation techniques fail has finally been uncovered? A respected neuroscientist connected with research linked to the CIA explains that without reaching the proper brainwave state, consistent results are difficult to achieve. A simple 7-second practice, supported by 4 neuroscience laboratories, is helping people develop a healthier relationship with money and move toward greater financial direction. Many are now stepping into homes they once only dreamed about, purchasing luxury vehicles, and enjoying vacations they never thought would become reality. This information may not remain available online for long in the video. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. At the same time, I am preparing you for something that requires wisdom, stability, and spiritual maturity. This is not about receiving a blessing only to lose it because you were unprepared. It is about receiving something valuable and having the character to protect, nurture, and sustain it. That is why I have been transforming the way you think, shaping the way you respond, and renewing your perspective. I am not only placing blessings into your hands, I am forming the person who can faithfully carry them. What is coming into your life is meant to remain, because you are becoming ready to receive it and keep it.